What's good, y'all? It's your boy Reek got options, and like I always say, whether the market's up or down, we see green. And you may have realized that the intro sounds a little different because, first of all, I was on a hiatus a little bit, and second of all, we're not just doing Sunday stocks anymore. We're going to do daily market analysis, including Sunday stocks. So if you've been rocking with me, if you've been subscribed, if you were subscribing to Discord, if you are RGO Market Bully, if you follow me on Instagram, any of those things, I really appreciate you guys and thank you for rocking with me. Now, back to it. We have been seeing green and SPY for the last week, and that is because technicals and most importantly headlines right now regarding the war in Iran, especially with the Strait of Hormuz being open or closed. Once you hear that the war is going to end and the Strait of Hormuz is going to open up, then boom, you see that the market runs up crazy. If you hear that, yo, we're going to keep the war going, we're going to bomb Iran to oblivion, and the Strait of Hormuz is going to be open one way or another, it's going to stay closed, blah, 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 then you see the market start to dump down. But I keep telling everybody, technicals reign supreme. And what you're looking at right now is that SPY is still sitting around the all-time highs. Today we had indecision. You see this doji candle right here? Because people were a little bit scared because the Strait of Hormuz closed this week and, well, this weekend. And it was stated that, hey, Iran has not held up their end of the bargain when it came to the ceasefire deal. Now they're supposed to be having peace talks tomorrow again. And it's just things are hanging in the balance. So you don't want to really just focus on the news all the time. You need to focus on market analysis. You need to understand charts. So if you cannot read the charts, you really can't be a great trader. Even though this is not financial advice, this is for educational purposes only. That is why I am here. I want to show you guys that technicals reign supreme. So even if you weren't paying attention to the news, you still could have been paying attention to price targets. Like right here, 689 has been a strong resistance ever since, well, the beginning of the year. I mean, January. And so we could not break through this level. Once we couldn't break through this level, we kept retesting this buy area down here at 675. Once you see 675 wasn't holding, we broke all the way down to 200 EMA and then this big sell zone. Once we recovered and got back inside this sell zone right here, we started to run up. And what you want to do for your, when you have EMAs on your chart like I do, you want the smaller EMA to be above the larger. Right here, this is my 9 EMA, my 200, my 21, my 50. You want the 9 above all of these, of course. Then you want the 21 above the 50 and the 200. And you want the 50 above the 200. You see that we got that after this gap up, right? So when we got back up here to this strong buy area, you should have already knew, hey, we're back over 675. It's time to buy, and most likely we're going to the all-time highs. You can see the area of confluence where we started to sell, where a lot of price action was. Okay, so you want to attack price action at all times. Now that we broke out of all-time highs, we made new all-time highs 3 days in a row last week. All right, and then we held the previous all-time high as support. Now we have this gap up right here, and then we're holding this gap area. Okay, so you could just put another support line right here and see that, hey, if we break under 706, 705, we're coming down to fill this gap up. All right, and then the next level down could be 698, so on and so forth. Okay, now what I see in the market is that SPY may try to trend up if we get some good news and then come back down and then start running up. The reason why I say that is because when it comes to seasonality, April is not a strong month for SPY. So a lot of this could be possible, I'm using air quotes, possible market manipulation, but April showers bring May flowers, and May is the month that SPY really tends to boom. Okay, May likes to run up. SPY likes to run up during May, June, and July. So we're gonna have a 3 months of bullishness. So in a perfect world, what I would like to see is for SPY to actually start to come down, whether the war keeps going or not. We fill the gaps down here, come all the way back down. We just touch this 675 area. All right, we could fall like 30 points. SPY's no stranger to doing that. Have bears thinking that we're going to fill this gap down right here, trap them, we get into the strong buy area and run up. Shoot, even a pivot at 691 would be great too, and then we start to run back up. All right, but I do see us coming all the way back down if this news is bad, and then until into April we just start getting some real selling pressure and then we start to run up. All right, if we don't get a movement like that and we do something like this, we just come down here, boom, and then start running up May, June, July. Then the summertime we start falling. Okay, so boom, we come here, then We get up in this area, this 720, 730 area, and then we start this big sell off. I have like a 15 to 20% correction from the highs because right now SPY is OD. Okay, SPY is just running crazy. But again, follow the technicals. If you're not getting any moves to the downside, don't try to call the highs because you will get burned. Just like if we're bearish, you're trying to call a falling knife. I will catch a falling knife and call the bottom. No. So don't go against the trend. The trend is your friend. And right now, the trend is showing us that we are going up. All right. So that's one thing you need to focus with when you're looking at SPY. Now, looking at Tesla, Tesla has earnings coming up this Wednesday, April 22nd. And Tesla's looking good because it's holding support at the 200 EMA and the 50 EMA. You have the 9 and the 21 EMA curving up, looking a little bullish. Once this 50 EMA curves up here and we get through this level, 405, and we start to make money in this buy area, right, and run all the way up to 420, we could probably find a strong resistance right here. Now, Tesla is no stranger to making big moves in a day. Pre-earnings run up could run Tesla up by Wednesday to 420. If not, Tesla could break all the way out with good earnings report or just have a strong rejection from this level or this level and start to sell, come back down to the multi-year 66618 range at 357. We held support here and then run back up. If you want to play earnings, it is not wise to play earnings the week of. That turns into a gamble. If you want the pre-earnings run up, you want to get out about a month ahead of earnings. Okay, you see earnings is April 22nd. You see right here, this is April 9th, just a week away. Well, a week away from the beginning of the month, so 3 weeks out from earnings. Okay, you play the pre-earnings run up, you should be good. And you see that 1, 2, 3, we had a triple bottom right here, or you could just say we found support around this 340 area. A lot of buyers stepped in and we started to run up. So Tesla right now is at a strong resistance level because we have not broken out of here really ever since February. So if we could break through here, then yes, 420 is the next up for Tesla. Tesla does like to make big moves. Looking at NVDA is running crazy right now. Once NVIDIA gets through 202.55, it breaks out from this gap down right here and we just continue to sell. NVIDIA can run all the way back up to the 212 area. It is looking mighty bullish going into resistance. When you're going into resistance, sometimes you have indecision candles. Buyers are not sure. They're probably taking profit right here. These two candles right here does not show any type of profit taken. Buyers did step in back down here at this candle's open on Thursday. So Thursday's open. Buyer stepped in right there. That's a bullish sign. What's going to be more bullish is once this alert goes off at 202.55. If that happens, I'm going to check the chart. If we have some continuation, then I'm playing calls. If not, of course, I'm playing the next level down and just $200 puts before earnings. You should be good, but you see earnings is a month away for NVIDIA. And if we hear some good news about NVIDIA partnering with anything with AI, whether it's Anthropic or OpenAI or just just more good semiconductor news, then NVIDIA will continue to run. It has been a powerhouse for the longest. And you can see right here that it has been a strong buy around this area when we get around this 170 area. All right. So pay attention to that. Buy. Oh, we forgot to put an arrow right there, but it has been buys ever since we've been down here, and now it is bullish. We got over the 78% retracement level, and we're looking good. All I did to set my fibs up was I went from this breakdown right here from 199 all the way down to this low 164. I seen I went to a high point last week, found a low point, and then boom. I seen all the action right there, matched up my fibs, and we were good. All right, that's how you set your fibs up. Looking at Apple, same situation. You see this high point right here? I took my Fibonacci retracements and I went from December 3rd high all the way to January 20th low. From there, you see this green line right here was a strong buy area because I take my 66618 range, I highlighted. After I highlighted, I move it to the top or bottom of a level to see where we're going to go once we break out of that area. So I put at the top of this level, boom, right here at the bottom. And I see that we bounced off of here. Once we got through here, the 9 EMA already start curving up. We get through here, the 21 the 200 EMA, the 21 and 9 cross. The 21 is just crossing the 50 EMA, looking mighty bullish. Highly psychological areas is the 50% retracement level all the way to the 78% retracement level. You want to look at these 4 areas when you're watching your Fibonacci retracements, okay? Had my alerts set right here for a buy 265. All right. Not only did the alert go off, we dropped back down to the 30% retracement level. We gapped back up on Friday, April 17th, and then we ran up again today from 270 to 273. So with Apple's looking good. We did sell off in this area before. We're no stranger to that. But if Apple can make it through 273, 275, check this level out right here, 276. I say that because a high point, we started selling, and then you get to the 78% retracement level of this data I have from December 3rd to January 20th. Apple breaks through 278. Next target on the list is 288. So you want to pay attention to these levels. They act as a strong support and resistance level. So if we break out of here, we're running. But if we break down from here, then we're coming back down to the 618 range and then possibly find a home at 266. Apple above 265 is very, very bullish in my eyes. You will not see a market start to sell off until Apple actually goes red and starts selling off. Okay, so the downside targets are 265 for Apple, and then 260, 254, and then under 242. Just pack it up. Netflix showed you a mile away how we run things when it comes to pre-earnings run up. All right, we talked about this a lot in my Discord for the last couple of weeks. We had a $100 call for Netflix. We bought in right around this area, around 93, all the way up to the 98 area. You see, so if you were late, you need to wait for this to break out and hold. That happened, and then you ran up for a week to 109. Now if you're looking at 109, this was the day of earnings. You could have took your money out before earnings after hours. Even though they had a double earnings beat, they had bad guidance. It wasn't an IV crush this time. It was bad guidance, and then boom, Netflix sold all the way down Friday to the 50 EMA, and this is where Kathy Wood has bought about 26,000 shares of Netflix, which was a good buy. And my multi-year Fibonacci retracement level is right here. My 618 range is at 93.61. Strong buy here today. If this level holds, then yes, we can get back over the 50 EMA and possibly reach for the 97, 98 area if we get above 100. So that would be above the daily 200 EMA. Then it's bullish, and we can fill this gap up right here, this space that you see. All right. If not, then we would come down here to where we gapped up and held this area at 90. Under 90, you can bet your bottom dollar we're coming down to 86, and then this $80 range. So longs are great in between $80 and $85. If this level holds 90, we're good. So above 90 and 95, Netflix is a strong buy. Remember, this is not financial advice. It's for educational purposes only. What I do not like about Netflix is that, hey, this is a sharp pivot for the 9 EMA. The 21 EMA tried to break out the 200 and it did not, and so now they're coming down. But if they start to curve back up, then we're good money because you still have the 9 EMA above everything else. Now if you look to your left, you can see that this is the same price target that we started to sell off from on December 2nd, and we did that here. You could saw it a mile away. Now if you zoom out, or when in doubt zoom out, you can see left shoulder, head, right shoulder forming. Head and shoulders pattern are very, very bearish. These patterns are very, very bearish. But if you invalidate this, we could run all the way back up to the all-time highs. You just can't break down below this neckline right here at 90. You break down below here, then this bearish reversal is going to be activated. This right shoulder is going to be complete, and then it's going to come back down, possibly where a lot of buyers stepped in at the $75 area. You put a horizontal line right here, make your support, and then boom, you can see that you were consolidating here before you ran up in October 2024. So this is a strong buy area down here. End all be all, we start to sell off. You can sit on cash, or you can get puts all the way down to the $75 area and then buy more calls for the long term. The longer you have contracts for, the stronger they become. Okay, the long term always wins. Right now, Netflix is in a little bit of a fight with bulls and bears. Above 90 and 95, Netflix is good. Back to SPY. just understand that you cannot chase plays. I'm not saying chase calls, and I'm definitely not saying chase puts. But what I will tell you is, do not try to call the top. If you try to call the top, you could get burned because you're going against the trend. The trend right now is up. It is damn near parabolic. We are at the mercy of news headlines. So if you are a day trader, you need to get in and get out. All right. You don't want to sit here because this is really not a swing traders market. Last week it showed it was. And really since like April, it was good, but it just went against everything that seasonality says. Okay. You don't really catch plays like this. And if you do, great. And this is because every time the market was about to go down, hey, president came out and said, yo, we're looking good. War's about to be over, blah, 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 blah. And then boom, started running up. So we're going to move off of headlines like that. You need to really pay close attention to them because they can get these downside moves on and popping faster than you think. All right. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me. I'm glad to be back. It feels good. If you want to subscribe to the Discord community and you want to get in here and you want to get short-term plays like this and long-term plays, and definitely enter the winning circle by making scalps, whether it's $50, $188, $1,400, things of that nature. We're calling out those type of plays in order for you guys to win. We're going over charts and analysis all the time. We're breaking everything down for you guys. Okay, we're not just giving blind call outs. We're letting you know what the pivots are. Okay, and one of the things that I love is the Mag 7 bot. That the Mag 7 bot is giving you prime time call and put signals with good delta and thetas. Okay, we want high deltas, low thetas at all times. All right, and we're going to get these plays all the way on time, all the way thorough. We're not playing no games with this. I got a little choked up. All right, so you can always set up a one-on-one meeting with me too if you would like. If you're subscribed to the Discord, it's a 7-day free trader pass. Then it's $20 a month, $149 a year if you do that annually. All right. But if you want to join the Discord, 7 days free. General chat, we got you. We're going to help you out. We're giving you all the news that we come across. Okay. It's just so much in here that I want to show you guys. Just like my favorite, the trading strategy links. Like, hey, teaching you how to do fair value gaps. All right. We come here, RGO Market Bullies, fair value gaps. So we're just showing you everything that has to do with fair value gaps, explaining it, showing you how the retest and how it works, you know, whether it's bullish or bearish FVG. It's just so much that we just have to offer in this Discord. All right. Risk management also. Boom. I love the risk management. I love what we go over when we talk about zero DTEs, day trades, swing trades, leaps. All right. This is great for all types of traders, whether you're elite, whether you're a beginner, whether you're just in the middle. Okay, this is not a get rich quick scheme. We do not do that when it comes to trading. We practice patience. We don't practice panic. All right. So if you like what you hear and what you see, click that like and subscribe button. Also, check the description for the Discord link and my Instagram. And with that being said, I'll catch you guys tomorrow.